in the video clip that you showed, they were at the pool. Did the people really believe that if they went into the pool that they will be healed? In John 5 verse 8 it says, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." How do we apply this verse in our daily life? Hi everyone, and welcome back to our sermon recap. Today we will be recapping on the third miracle in John that Pastor Joseph preached on. And who better to recap it with than Pastor Joseph himself?
Hey guys, how you doing?
So Pastor Joseph, I have a few questions regarding this sermon. So there was, in the video clip that you showed, they were at the pool. Did the people really believe that if they went into the pool that they will be healed?
Shante, that's actually a very interesting question. And even if you look today at modern Christians and believers and theologians, there's a lot of debate about was that real or was that pagan? You know, what's interesting, the Pharisees were actually themselves at the pool because they criticized the man for carrying his bed. And they even believed that was real. And it was an angel of God. You know, they believe there's this angel called Raphael, and he's an angel of healing. And he sent this angel with the name Mercy to the pool, and he actually healed people. So they absolutely believed it. The challenge was just, it was only like one person a day, or maybe 2 or 3 people a day. It's just a very small amount of people, but they thought it was real. Even John, he would not have put it in the Bible if he didn't think that was real, Jan.
Yeah, so I just have a question. What does the word Bethesda mean?
Okay, Bethesda, the Beth part is a house. You know,
Yes.
in Hebrew the word Beit also always refers to a house. You know, so you got Bethel, the house of God. You know, so Beth is for the house, and then you have Asad. So Asad refers to mercy and kindness. So when you say Bethesda, you say house of mercy or house of kindness.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and so the angel that actually healed the people was also called kindness. So they actually say that's the house of that angel that's healing the people. Yeah.
That's interesting. I really didn't know that.
Yes.
But so Jesus chose to heal the person by asking him, "Do you want to be healed?" But he still believed that the pool will heal him. But yet Jesus decided to heal him on another way.
Do you want to be healed? Who are you? We'll get to that later. But my question remains. Will you take me to the water? I don't know. You don't need this pool. You only need me. So, do you want to be healed? So let's go. Get up, pick up your mat, and walk.
Well, the thing is, that was a temporary situation.
Yeah.
That was actually never God's plan. His plan is not to work through angels. Angels has an important part. They bring messages. They can do things for God. But really, he wants to use his children. He wants to use a church. And so Jesus is kind of like the prototype of the first child of God here on the earth, operating with the power of the Holy Spirit. And he healed someone when the Father told him to heal someone. And sometimes when Jesus would go to a multitude and he would heal every single person. Now the pool there was a multitude, but it was literally only one person that would get healed, So that's why now I think Jesus brought us a picture of a higher, better way, and that's every single person can get healed, and God can also use every single person to pray for other people.
Yes. And then in John 5 verse 8 it says, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." How do we apply this verse in our daily life?
Okay, so that's of course that words that Jesus said to the paralyzed man. He said to him, "Rise, then take up your bed and then walk." So it's 3 distinct commands. Maybe we can just think first about rise. So rise was that step of faith to get a miracle. You would not have been able to rise unless God healed his paralyzed legs. And so even for you and for me, when we receive a miracle, God will give us a instruction, something physically that we can do in obedience to activate that miracle. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, I think if I can just talk to our audience, maybe in your life, the Holy Spirit is speaking to you and He says to you, you know what, I want you to reach out to a person. I want you to give a gift. I want you to trust me for this. Like you said to Peter, step out of the boat. There's like an action that you have to take that can activate the miracle. Remember that first sermon when Pastor Jack talked to us about the wine? Hey, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was also Jesus said to that disciples, or the servants that was there, they need to fill up those vessels with water and then he turned it to wine. But there's something that they had to do, okay?
Yes.
And so that obedience actually activated the miracle in the faith.
So rise is like taking a step of faith.
Yes, rise is definitely, well, for that man it was to stand up. For someone in financial trouble, it might be, I want you to sow a seed,
Yes.
So it's going to be different for each one depending on what is the miracle that the Lord wants to give to you. Yeah.
And then take up your bed.
Well, that guy's bed was for 38 years there at the pool of Bethesda, and it's a terrible place to be because you're talking about multitudes of sick people. Obviously the people that are the most healthiest and can run fast, they're the ones that make it first to the pool. The rest of the guys, especially the very sick people, they never make it to the pool. So you see people die every day. I'm sure it smelled. Because 38 years there, you didn't have a bath. I don't know how it worked, but I don't think it was a nice place. It's a place of failure and death. And Jesus said to him, you know what, I don't want you to stay here. Even if you gave your life to Jesus, you might have been in a terrible situation where you feel depressed and things are just not going well. You might have been there, but at some point God is going to say, you know what, I want you to get out of that place of failure and come into my kingdom and come into a place of life. Yes.
So taking up our bed would be like taking that problem or situation you're facing to God.
Oh, definitely. And then of course, when you take your problem to God, then you say, okay, I'm not going to shift in my own place where I'm focused on my own problems. I'm going to come to where God is and I'm taking it to Him. Yeah, and He will change your circumstances. That's what God does.
Yes. And then the last part of the verse, and walk.
Okay, so that's quite interesting. If you say to someone you must walk, then, typically you would say, well, where do you want me to walk?
Yes.
You can't just say, okay, walk, and then say, well, I don't know where I must walk.
Yes.
Like get in a car and start driving. Okay, must I take a left or a right? Say, no, just drive. I'll tell you as we go. Hey. But it doesn't actually work. You at least just want to have a more or less of a direction. Where must I drive? We're going now to Bloemfontein, or we came to Cape Town, or we're going to Joburg. Where are we going? Just kind of give me a little bit of a direction. Okay. Now, in the same way, when Jesus said to him, you need to walk, it also talked to him about, you need to get vision for your life. If you're 38 years next to a pool and nothing happens in your life, you don't have vision. And so God is talking, say, you need to get vision for your life.
Now, do you get that vision for your life?
Sure, that's a difficult question.
Do you pray about it, ask God to show you? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, vision comes from God. So you're going to have to spend that time. Pray and then write down. I think it's Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. It says there, write the vision down and make it plain. And then it said so you can run by it. Okay. So if you don't know what the vision is, you're not going to know which way to go. And so you go to God, He shows you the vision, write it down, and then you every day take action steps to walk according to the vision and the plan that God has for you.
Thank you, Pastor Joseph. I think that recapped everything pretty well. So thank you guys for watching the sermon recap, and please like and share.
Thank you guys. God bless you.